Hey, how's it going everyone? MrNeighbor here with another 10-point game inspection for you guys. Today's game is ITTA, ITTA, however you want to say. Its release date is April 22nd, 2020. Came out at 10 a.m., which is a little later than some other games that have been released. Usually they'll be either midnight release or 7 and 8 a.m. So it is priced at $14.99, but there is a 10% sale that's going on until April 29th, which brings the price down to $13.49. However, I don't know if it's also for the Switch, but that sale is on Steam, which brings us to the platforms. ITTA has been released on Steam and Switch, so you can either take it wherever you want or you play on PC. Alright guys, so we're about 55 minutes into the game, and I just want to show you the controls. So basically, I'm playing on keyboard now. You have your basic WASD. If you're on the control, your left stick to move around, and then you have your cursor on PC. Left click to shoot, right click to dodge, and you have your scroll wheel to look through your weapons. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into this boss fight real quick so you can see some actual gameplay. Usually I would recommend like a PS4 control, like a dual stick for any type of bullet hell, just because sometimes for me at least it's a little easier, but also the fact that you can aim exactly where you want with the mouse. Keyboard and mouse is also a pretty good option as well. I'd go with either one, whatever you're more comfortable with. I honestly don't have a preference. There are some games that like are a lot better with keyboard and mouse compared to like a PS4 control and vice versa. And the amount of players, when I started the game, there was no option for multiplayer. I looked it up. There is no option for multiplayer. I could possibly be wrong, but so far I don't see anything. So this is a single player game, something that you don't want to deal with anyone, so you'd go play alone. You don't want anyone holding you back. And so the developer tags and the community tags on this game for its genres were adventure, bullet hell, and a shooter. And so far, I can confirm adventure. Well, actually, all three of them. Adventure because you can kind of explore. You have the freedom to like kind of go where you want and like discover certain things. Like there was a little cave off to the side where I found a bomb, and technically, I guess I didn't need it, but just because I was wandering around, it let me. And then the bullet hell, you guys saw that boss fight. Definitely a bullet hell genre here. A little more than some of the other games that I've seen. And shooter, I wouldn't really classify it as a shooter because, you know, shooters, you usually you think of like first person, something like Call of Duty, other things like that. This one, just because it has guns, I guess it's considered a shooter. So genres they're accurate. And some similar games that I would say are like this would be Nuclear Throne, Enter the Gungeon, and Blazing Beaks. The most, the closest one I would say would be, well, the thing about those three games is they're actual, you know, roguelike bullet hells, where they also have items and other things and unlockables that you can get. In this game, you can find guns, but this is following more of like a world generated boss holding levels. It's not different randomly generated levels such as like in the other games, because those, every time you play, it'll be different rooms, different enemies, you pick up items. This one, you just have what you have, no upgrades, you have 4 health all the time. I've already beat 6 bosses. They don't give you anything. I've only had 2 guns and the bombs. So this one nowhere near as good and how much content the other games have, but I guess you trade all that for some storyline, because the other games don't really have a storyline per se. This one does. And I would recommend this game for, you know, like I said, somebody who's looking for a story as well as trying to play bullet hell. Bullet hells usually never have story, but this one is forfeiting some of its bullet hell aspects, such as the items and the I wouldn't say upgrades. This game could have easily had upgrades like health and damage increase and like small things like that, but it's forfeiting like the randomly generated levels and random item pickups, because that would kind of probably make you broken for end game. This is for someone, you know, a more casual bullet hell type game along with a story, and someone who wants to play single player because there is no multiplayer, not local or online multiplayer. So a few things that I like and didn't like. The things I liked were the dodge mechanic and, you know, how smooth this game is. It does play very smoothly. You can tell where the bullets are. The hitboxes are slightly smaller, which is good for the player because, you know, sometimes you can roll while you're like on a bullet already, which normally you can't do that. You take damage already. So I mean, it kind of, due to the fact that you only have 4 hearts all the time, that kind of helps. And another thing, well, those are the positives. And the negatives, nothing too extreme, just the fact that, you know, your health, there's no real upgrades, which I like in bullet hells and roguelikes. I also don't really like the music exactly. Like, it's very repetitive, and some like when you're fighting bosses, it doesn't really sound right, especially when you die. It kind of very dissonant. But other than that, this is a pretty good game. I'm not really looking forward too much forward to it because, like I said, I like games that have upgrades and stuff, and this game doesn't. But that was our 10-point inspection for ITTA, however you want to call it. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe, and let me know if there's any other specific games. You know, sometimes there's multiple games coming out on the same day. Let me know if there's a specific one you want to see. I'll try to get them all done, or maybe just focus on that one. This was Mr. Neighbor for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.